Hey, it's your Wisconsin wine guy, or I should say your sake guy. And I'm here again with probably the first sake Sunday for this year. It's been a while since I've done some sake Sundays. I want to get back into doing that with you. It's starting to get colder down. You know, things are, as soon as we get through this holiday season, things are going to slow down so I can focus more on presenting you with sakes. So, now, for those who are new, these are sakes that you can probably find wherever you shop for alcoholic beverages, a liquor store, grocery store, maybe even some wine shops. You may be able to find those. You know, and I seek out some of these sakes, try to do a lot that are domestic as compared to imported. I try to mix it up, but I'm trying to find domestic ones where you can actually find these particular sakes that I'm going to be drinking or showcasing. So, Ozeki. Sake. This is a sake. If you follow me on some of my other social media platforms, you know, when I go to my favorite sushi shop and have sushi, I'm always drinking this Ozeki sake. You know, and so this is going to be Ozeki sake dry, which you can see that. So Ozeki, you know, originated, brewery founded in the early 1700s out of Japan in the Hyogo region, or Hyogo Prefecture. The Nara district. You know, so this is going to be coming in at 14.5% alcohol, plus 8 sake meter value, meaning the 0 being the midpoint. As you go positive up the axis, it gets drier. Going down, it gets sweeter. So this is a plus 8, so hence the name sake dry, or maybe even extra dry. This is going to be pretty dry. 70% rice polishing ratio. This is going to be Junmai. Now, something else that's unique about Ozeki, you know, even though I told you where it was founded in Japan, Ozeki was probably, if maybe the first sake brewery to open up a brewery here in the States. They opened it up in California in 1979. You know, and so this particular product here is made locally. The rice is sourced from Sacramento. Again, I'm always amazed at how did I not know this, that, you know, sake rice is grown in Sacramento. And the water coming from the Sierra Nevada mountains, you know, to produce this sake. All right, so now let's give it an open. And I made a little snack here, which we're going to go through that in a minute to have with the sake. So screw cap, you can find this. This is a 180 size. So you can find this from like $4.99. I have my little sake wine shape or sake tulip glass, and then I have a traditional sake cup. All right. So give me a chance to taste the sake in 2 different lights. So here's what I have here to go with this. I created just a quick, simple dish. Let's see if get this out of the way here. So this first, not say the first dish, but the first we're looking at is tomato. So it has a tomato bottom stuffed with a spicy quinoa that has garlic, onion, spinach, carrot, spicy peppers in here. My 00 mix in here. You know, so that's what's inside of the stuffed tomatoes, all sauteed goodness in quinoa. Then I have just the mix by itself in the bowl with avocado. So just nice complexity of flavors, some richness here with the avocado, but just nice complexity of flavors and fruitiness coming from the tomato. So let's taste the sake. First, give it a nose. Wow. So that nose, ripe fruit on the nose for sure. You pick up the hints of some of that rice. Again, if you can't smell the rice, what's the point? I'm going to go with a little bit of peach, banana on this one. Wow. I mean, it has a very full, rich nose. Now, for the taste, before I go into the food, now notice I do it just like wine. Wow. That loads up on the mouth. You know, being a Junmai, I mean, you could probably have this, you know, room temperature or slightly warm also, or you can have it just chilled. I'm having it chilled with my meal here today. It's going to warm up as I taste. So, again, very, very full, you know, rich, you know, in the mouth. Definitely dry, but it doesn't skip on this fruity characters. Loving it. Now let's taste it out of here. I just want to drink extra sake. Mm. Oh wow, delicious, delicious, delicious. Now we're going to try it with my stuffed tomatoes with my quinoa. So this is all vegetarian. The entire meal is vegetarian here, or snack is vegetarian. Now, because this the sake, believe it or not, is typically gluten-free and vegan-friendly. So that's why I'm pairing it with a vegan type dish. All right, I'll put the ingredients down, but I did do a big version of this on my other site, Cooking in the Raw. I'll attach that video too. So let's give it a taste. See what we got here. One bite, almost like sushi, right? One bite. Mmm. The juiciness from tomato, all the other flavors of garlic, the onion. You picked up on some of that heat. Mmm. Oh wow. Wonderful pairing. That fruitiness from the sake works great with the tomato. The acidity balances itself out. Then that sake comes through and soothes the spiciness that exists in the quinoa mix. Now, I'm going to try the quinoa without the tomato by itself. Okay? Mmm. Mmm. That smells good too. So savory. Taste? Mm. Works great with this too. Definitely makes, with just the quinoa by itself, definitely makes the sake a lot drier. That's what I noticed. But nonetheless, it's still working. I mean, for me, when I think about sake, I think about non-traditional Asian dishes, non-traditional flavors to have with the sake. Now let's do a little bit of this avocado by itself with the sake. Mmm. So the avocado is kind of rich tasting. Then having with the sake, because it's a bold type sake, it just balances out the umami, right? I mean, just like the flavors, it's just so nice. It cleanses the palate too as you taste. Let's try some avocado with the quinoa. Isn't it fun to just eat and try and experiment? Here we go. Wonderful. There's a reason why when I go to my sushi spot, I have the Ozeki sake because extra dry. I mean, it's very versatile with lots of different foods, whether it's a tempura, whether it's a raw sushi. You know, I even enjoy with the seaweed salad, which can have a hint of sweetness to it. But it's just so versatile type of sake. You can find it. You can find it in the larger bottles. Please do. But if you definitely find it in the small bottles, get yourself a few of these bottles to have on hand. You know, a couple of servings depending on who's drinking it. I'm going to continue jamming on my appetizers, non-traditional appetizers, with my Ozeki sake. And it's your sake guy / Wisconsin wine guy saying as always that your palate be the guide when pairing your sake and your dishes. And I encourage you to step outside the box and do something non-traditional. I'm going to see you next time on Sake Sunday. Kanpai!